You know what I'm saying? 24 is larger. Make sense?
I'm glad I saw that in the spirit. Hi. And then he put CD up there instead of the...
So, why use higher bit rates? Bing mentioned Nyquist theorem. That is obviously very critical in the exam. You see that nice question sitting there. I think it's number 5. I will again reiterate that when you're answering question number 5 on this exam, there's kind of 3 parts. State the range of human hearing,
That's what it is.
state Nyquist, and then state how that applies to the A to D. State the range of human hearing, state Nyquist, then state how it ties into the A to D. You know what I mean by A to D, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what you mean by
Really?
Nyquist.
You need to get some notes from somebody.
What about Nyquist? I've never seen that word before.
Huh?
Nyquist?
Nyquist theorem. That's got to be in your notes now. Come on now.
If it's probably on a lecture. I have a tape. I did the tape. Is it in our test?
Yeah, you need to check with somebody and get some notes.
Is it on our test?
Yes. Number 5. Just make a note to yourself on question number 5 on this exam. Yeah. You got to answer it in 3 parts. State the range of human hearing, which is what?
20 hertz to 20,000.
That is correct. State the range of human hearing, which is what he said. State Nyquist, and then state how that ties into the A to D. Very simple. Sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. Now, what is the Nyquist theorem? Come on, Deborah, you got that.
I've never seen it before. I'm like, since we had it, what is it, y'all?
You have that in your notes. There's no way you could not have that in your notes.
It's probably on a lecture.
That's twice as high as the highest.
That is correct. Sample rate must be twice as high as the highest frequency. Let me say that again so you can write it down. Sample rate must be twice as high as the highest frequency. At least. Sample rate must be at least twice as high as the highest frequency. How do you think they came up with this?
Because our hairs put people in a room. Ah, no, that ain't working.
How do you think this theorem came about?
Excuse me.
Who said that? Trial and error.
That's what I said. Using people as dummies.
No, but I'm saying, but they're at some point on the planet, there was a 20 kilohertz A to D converter, which they discovered that sucked. Right? It would have had to. Think about it. Think about how bad that would sound. Right? You're not capturing any frequency above, say,
10.
about 10.
That's what I thought. Can't hear it. It's
Which means drum cymbals just went away.
flat.
Drum cymbals just completely went away. And many of the ambient frequencies of your voice, particularly female voices, just went away. Alright? So at some point they discovered, oh, sample rate's got to be twice as high. Right? And then there's ambient frequency that's way above Nyquist. There's ambient, let me say it again, there's ambient frequency that's way above Nyquist. Let me say it again. There's ambient frequency in some instruments that's way above Nyquist. And I think I told you guys a story about the drummer and I who lived together, who had the little tiny splash cymbal on his drum kit. Told you that, right? Come on, man.
Look, I didn't even remember
A
Nyquist.
couple of friends, one of them was a drummer. In the early days of A to D conversion, in the early days, we had one of the first ADAC machines. And it only sampled up to 44.1. And every time he hit that little tiny splash cymbal, it was like really high-end, piercing sound. That converter just was like, ah! And it came out in the audio as distortion.
Too loud.
Digital distortion is never good. So at the time when they started making, the second generation of ADAT machines could sample up to 48 kilohertz. Never had any more problems with high-end frequency, ever. And to this day, actually up until recently, I've been still doing sections in 24-bit, 48. Never seen any reason to go high. But now you can sample up to 192. There are artists that are actually releasing music in 32-bit 192. It probably sounds incredible, but we can't play it on the CD. So you have to go, these artists have their own like private servers that you can go to and stream this really high. Yeah.
Why? If it's not good for your ears.
What do you mean?
You say a high screaming pitch?
No, it's so sample rate at 192 and 32-bit worse. It's just going to sound more like analog tape. It's going to sound great. It's going to sound incredible.
Okay,
So
I
now this is
misunderstood.
what we're describing here is the ability to capture frequency. It's not making frequency,
Okay.
right?
Oh, you were sampling at
It's
the
the ability to
beginning.
capture. If
Okay.
you're sampling at 192, you can sample dog frequencies. We're talking about what? Do the math. What's half of that? 89, what? 89 kilohertz, something like that? We can't hear that. We can't hear it nowhere near that.
I could hear it. No.
Yeah, right.
Like, does MIDI apply to solely musical instruments as opposed? That was like the original question we never got around to.
Huh. Say that again?
Does MIDI apply solely to like physical instruments as opposed to?
That's a damn good question, man. The answer is no. It doesn't have to. Why? Because they use MIDI to control light shows.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that too. The light show.
Good question. MIDI is used to control the lights. You could probably use MIDI to control a lot of that.
So it's not, doesn't have to do with sound.
Exactly.
I thought the lights would come on and the music comes on or something.
That's what they do. When you get them light shows where the light is
Oh.
at the same time as the beat, what do you think it is?
MIDI.
Because it's a language, it's command.
Yeah.
It's commanding lights.
Yeah,
Even the water shows.
there you go. The water show in Vegas.
Vegas, though. The water shows.
I couldn't be certain, but my guess is
Yeah.
that MIDI triggers that.
It's gotta be.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So MIDI, I like what you said. We said it before. MIDI in and of itself has absolutely nothing to do with sound. Okay,
So it's command.
so we clear on
Right.
visual audio. Now remember the EQs. We're moving on down the page here. Should we move up the page? I think I covered everything.
Oh, you did? I missed it. Did you fill your test out?
Look at number 2.
Describe the character.
Somebody answer that question for everyone, so everybody gets a
Waveform.
good start on it.
The signal compression.
Somebody answer that. Huh?
Amplitude?
That is correct. The answer is amplitude, but that's not the whole answer. What's the rest of it?
The single compression, that's the most.
Example of
effective
why
the
you would
most.
use compression.
An example of why. Oh, to stop distortion?
No.
No?
For sound? For
What part of sound?
Compression?
Why would you use compression?
Oh, on the, that thing, what is that? The
No, let's forget about that. You know what you're talking about. When I see you do that, when I see you do that, you know I want a practical reason to use compression in a studio.
What is
Just
the,
with
I can't
common,
remember
ordinary,
what it's
everyday
called.
words.
It's,
What is a
what's
practical
that
reason
thing,
to
the
use
frequency
compression?
thing, that radio thing?
isn't
Of
that
what? What do you mean?
frequency? Right, that's frequency.
Frequency?
No, we're not. We're talking
What is it
middle
called? That thing when the knobs go up in the middle, the highs, the mids, and the lows,
No,
that,
that's-
it's not
we're
that?
talking amplitude. I
Okay.
thought you knew what you were talking about.
I'm sorry, I was doing the knob dance.
Amplitude, not frequency, amplitude.
I got that on my test, where is that?
It's a simple question, guys. How many of you have ever used compression? Raise your
I haven't. I don't know if I have or not.
hand. Why would you use compression? Give me an example. A simple, everyday, ordinary example as to why.
I thought it was to keep the sound padded or so it's not too
That's
loud.
good thinking. That's good thing,
But that's
in
not
common
it.
area, if you were going into a studio, what might be a reason to use compression?
The volume and sound.
Huh?
Shelving.
Filter out, what's filter out something?
Sort of.
What was the question again?
When you have the drum,
What
Okay,
is-
wait.
when you have the drum and you have like the, when you hear another drum part play, you have to cut it out, like condense the sound.
Did I say
Almost.
that? Oh,
Almost.
okay. I didn't say that.
Okay, let me give you some reasons. What's reasons to use compression? An inexperienced vocalist? Are y'all with me here? So if a vocalist does not know mic etiquette,
Oh my
and
God.
they for whatever reason, for their loudest parts, did we have this problem? Did we somewhat have this problem?
You should have heard my
A person
teacher last night.
Does not know to move into the mic and back on the really loud notes and in on the soft notes. Person doesn't know to do that. That's a reason to use compression.
My teacher says we're not supposed to move back at all. We're supposed to eat the mic, and I don't like that because my
That's
voice
not
gets
correct.
loud.
Who said that?
Professor Roger.
I'm not. We're talking. That's a live thing. For live, that's a whole different ballgame.
I
Okay.
got to decrease dynamic range when
That.
the performance has a wide range.
If you put that on that answer, that is correct. To decrease
What was that
dynamic
again,
range.
Tevin?
If the performance has a wide dynamic range, that is absolutely correct. That's another reason.
And what do you do with the compressor? Bring the range in?
That's correct.
Okay.
Huh? What he said? Say it again, Tim.
To decrease dynamic range when a performance has a wide range.
I want to know how that
The
looks.
performance has a wide dynamic range.
I want to know how that looks.
What do you mean?
Go to the blackboard and show us what range and.
I already did this, but
Okay, show me what that looks like.
Ballad. God. Bah! For whatever reason, she hit it hell loud.
Oh.
Bah! 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 Would you say
Okay.
that's pretty dynamic?
And how would you? Where would you cut the loud ones? Ah, that's what the compressor does.
What do those lines represent?
Cut and paste. No.
What do those lines represent?
Sound.
The compression?
What part of it, Blair?
Uh,
What's the two key components on a compressor?
You said it already. The
What are the two primary controls on a compressor?
frequency and
What do you say? That is correct. What does that line represent?
threshold, how high it goes, right? Or where it should cut off.
There you go.
Okay, like horizontal.
But to put it in very, to put it more
Terminology.
plain, that's the point at which compression begins. That's the point. When if you have it in your brain the way you do, that's fine. It doesn't just cut off though.
It's automatic. The compressor is automatically controlling the sound. So whenever that sound
That's
goes
correct.
up, then the compressor just keeps it down.
That's correct.
Okay,
And then
good.
if you keep cranking input in, these rise, these fall. So at a certain point, the waveform starts to look more uniform.
Okay, I got that.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm basically answering the test for y'all.
That's all right.
So
It's
you
a
can
take
these
home.
notes.
We gonna call Ping anyway.
I don't mind if you guys work together. I don't want to see, you guys understand the penalties for plagiarism?
Yeah. But when you do a group,
Plagiarism can get you thrown out of the university.
but Professor, when you answer
Quicker
questions
than
like
anything
this,
else.
Professor, when you answer questions like this, and it's the same answer, how do you get plagiarism?
Yeah, I mean, just as long as you're not verbatim with somebody else's paper. I don't mind you guys working together, but use your own words.
Yeah,
I would suggest
Creative
following
writing.
one another, bouncing answers off one another, make sure you're on the same page. No problem.
creative writing.
But use your own words. Don't plagiarize. What's an advantage of digital audio over MIDI? We talked about advantages of MIDI over digital audio. What's advantages of digital audio over MIDI?
I think for some reason you don't have to give the command, you just play whatever, the sound is already there. You just play the sound, you don't give it a command, you're not in control of it, you're kind of letting it play. It's already set.
I like your thinking. How would you put that in the words? More technical words, that is. Those are good words.
Terminology. That's my
Advantages of DA over MIDI. Trying to figure out what you were trying to say. But there's very good stuff in that thinking of. Advantages of DA over MIDI.
Well, MIDI, you have to tell them what you want to do. You put you give the command.
I think if you simplify that answer, you're on to something.
But you give a command for one, and you push a button for another. So when I was playing my piano, I had to hear the sounds, go through all the sounds, and then push a number to say, I want this one right here to play.
Right.
But if I go to the computer and say, I want the guitar sound, click, and it'll play the guitar sound for me. I didn't have to program anything. It's already in a listing, in a file.
Right.
But I had to.
I kind of get what you're saying.
That ain't right, though.
So are you saying that an advantage of DA over MIDI is simplicity and maybe probably a better way of putting it? Direct input?
Yeah, it's already there. I don't know, because even the sampling for MIDI is there, but it's almost like you got to tell the computer what you want it to do. But the other one, it's already listed. It says we do this, and that's all we do.
But in very practical sense, the sound comes down the wire on the guitar, it goes through the wire and into the recording device, through the console and into the recording device. There's no command.
What about with MIDI?
Saying.
What about with MIDI?
There's commands, obviously. Yeah. So is that an advantage? The question to ask yourself, is that an advantage?
I like it. I like it. It depends when you use it, right?
But the most distinct advantages for having DA over MIDI, and I was wanting to see if you would like evolve to this thinking, is that the ability to record live sound, the ability to record acoustic instruments, live instruments, the ability to record acoustic instruments, or the ability to record instruments directly. So that's what I was telling you. You were actually right in your thinking, but
I'm all over the place.
the ability to record. You can't set up. Actually, that's not true anymore. I mean, some MIDI recording programs can record vocals now. Mm-hmm. They've evolved, but for the most part, recording live instruments. And the biggie is way better sound quality. Typical MIDI program is not that good sound. Unless you track out your MIDI commands into an audio program.
Another thing too, with the digital that I